Alright, hey everybody, Genogoth here, and I'm going to be testing out my new Hunter deck today to give you a preview of what I'm going over. It's this new deck called Sic'em, and I did a lot of stuff in crafting mode to try and actually get a bunch of cards for this deck. Show you what I've got running here. 2 Hunter's Mark, 2 Tracking, Abusive Sergeant, 2 Leper Gnome, 2 Timberwolves, 2 Young Dragonhawks. I'm actually on the fence about this one, between this and the Elven Archer, as to which is actually better. If I find out that the Young Dragonhawk's getting killed a lot before it can actually attack with Wind Fury, it's not going to be nearly as good as the Archer, and I'll probably put the Archer in over it, but for right now I'm testing with this. 2 Explosive Trap, 2 Misdirection, 2 Bluegill Warrior, 2 Ironbeak Owl, 2 Eagle Horn Bow, 2 Animal Companion, 2 Kill Command, 2 Unleash the Hounds, 1 Ogre Brute, and 2 Wolf Riders. And if you'll notice, the deck tops out at 3, so the idea is to kill your opponent rather quickly. Let's jump on into play mode and see how this thing performs. I bet I get a worthy opponent. Just started playing Hearthstone, and I think I've settled into Hunter being my class of choice. I really hope it ends up being, considering I disenchanted a bunch of cards from the other classes to get this deck built up. Played a couple games with it early today. It's worked out pretty well. And once again, I'm up against a mirror match.
I will hunt you down.
For starting hand, this actually looks pretty good. This card you want to see later, once they kind of start to take over and refill the board. Kill Command isn't really going to do anything for me without a beast to use it on, but these 2 cards are actually pretty good, so let's see what we get. Alright, Animal Companion's pretty good. Still don't have an early drop, so we're probably just going to drop Tracking on turn 1. See what our opponent does. Alright, opponent did nothing. We got the Kill Command back that we threw away in the mulligan. Just throw Tracking out there. Alright, this guy we want to see early, so I'm going to pick it. Next turn we'll drop him and get in for a couple points of damage. Alright. A lot of times the aggro deck just wants to use that hero power as much as possible. Now the question is going to be, do I throw this guy out and actually try to get 2 points of damage in early? Or do I use the coin and try to get 4 points in with the Huffer? Let's go with Huffer. See what happens. Nope, I got the taunt guy. Not bad. Not where this deck wants to be though. So let's pass the turn back. On the bright side, he is a beast. Misha. Alright. Interesting. My opponent isn't doing much of anything. Alright, there's the owl to use to get past our enemy's taunts. Alright, I think at this point it's pretty elementary.
Job's done.
And pass turn. One thing that this deck has a really huge problem with is getting past any taunt creatures that the opponent will play. And they seem to have the same idea. Using creatures that silence gets past that, along with Hunter's Mark. This is a really good card. Pretty sure my opponent's going to try and swing at my face next turn. So let's throw that out there. Care that that's silenced, just a swing. Let's drop the Leper Gnome.
Job's done.
Pass turn back. My opponent could probably guess that it's either this or Misdirection that I've dropped. Either way, it's going to affect when they swing at me, so they may just start taking out my creatures instead. They're dropping quite an aggressive front here. There we go. No. Alright. Fair enough. Alright. So now we're probably going to drop this and just go straight at his face. We can do this in misdirection. Pass the turn. I wonder what order these go off in. I've never had 2 traps active at once. Alright. My opponent seems content with just keeping my board clear. There we go. 2 damage to all. Okay, it didn't trigger my other one, so it does them in order. Interesting. Alright, good to know for the future. This is probably going to be bad for my opponent.
Ready to ride. Face my steel.
Alright, I can put him to 1. If he can't clear my board, that's going to be game next turn. Just got to be able to shoot him in this misdirection here. Means coming at my face is going to be bad for him. Taunt's annoying, but we got this beak owl, and plus this is going to kill him anyway, so unless he finds some way to heal himself, that is going to be game. Yep.
Well played.
And that's game. And that is turn 7. Not too terribly bad.